Hey guys, I'm back, and today I'm going to talk about the newly launched or newly announced Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Here I have written down the 8, yes, the 8 features you need to know about this Galaxy 8, Note 8, sorry. So, the thing that a Galaxy is shouting about is first the S Pen Life messages features that creates an animated drawing. And the second, the biggest thing from the Galaxy here, Note series here, it boasts the largest display from the Samsung so far. Third and the most important thing for many of us, both the camera at the back support optical image stabilization. Yes, OIS. It's called OIS. So, coming to the story, Samsung unrevealed the Galaxy Note 8 at a grand event in New York. And smartphone boasts of a powerful specification like we have expected as this phone is its flagship. So the specification and the nifty feature that did make the audience applaud. Samsung has boosted capabilities of the S Pen, the camera, desktop and much more on the Galaxy Note 8, and it's now a tall standing competition among all the other flagships that are set to release this year. So the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 will be available for pre-orders in selected markets starting Thursday and will start shipping on September 15. In the US, the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 base variant is priced between $930, which turn into India's $59,000 to $62,000. We are expecting in India the price will be between 58 to 65, somewhere between 658 to 65, depending on the internal memory capacities. So let's look at some of the top features of the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 that are really in running to give tough competition to the iPhone 8 and the Google Pixel phones. So let's start. The first point, biggest infinity display so far. So guys, we all know that Samsung is well known for its AMOLED display, which gives a pitch black contrast. So here's one again, the Samsung has given it best display on the Note lineup. While the Samsung Infinity display first seen on the Galaxy S8 and the Galaxy 8s Plus as well, Samsung Galaxy Note 8 boasts a huge 6.3-inch Quad HD. Yes, it's a Quad HD Super AMOLED Infinity display, the biggest from the Samsung yet. The screen on the Galaxy Note 8 is over the half an inch larger than its predecessor. Samsung claims that this is done mainly to allow users to make the most of the split screen features that we will go on to talk about in the later part, and the live messages features of the S Pen. The second point we're gonna discuss here is of a dual camera setup. As you guys knows that a dual camera is becoming very common even in the mid-range phones. But what Samsung has done differently is they provided a dual camera setup with OIS. So let's talk about this feature. Samsung warmed up to the idea of a dual camera on the smartphone and finally introduced them on the Galaxy Note 8. The company claims that this is the first setup which comes with optical image stabilization on both the sensor at the back, calling it a live focus. A depth of field bokeh effect and the portrait mode has been introduced, which means you can now produce those blurry background selfies like DSLRs. The density of blur can also be adjusted to your liking before or after taking a picture, like we do in the iPhone. The Samsung Galaxy Note 8 has two 12 megapixel sensors, one with a wide range lens, dual pixel autofocus and an focal of 1.7 aperture, while the other is telephoto lens with an f2.4 aperture that allows you to get up to 2x optical zoom and 10x digital zoom. So Samsung has to do something differently with these two camera setup. So The standout point is optical stabilization here. So the third point, S Pen's new features. So this time what is Note giving us in the form of S Pen? So what have they improvised? Let's talk about that. The Note series is largely successful because of the S Pen functionality. And the Samsung has integrated a few new features into the stylus. The main highlight was a feature called Live Messages, which essentially lets user draw an animated sketch. Yes, the animated sketch, and send it to any app. It essentially is a GIF maker, which turns your drawing into an animated GIF, what we commonly say as a GIF, which is becoming very common in the WhatsApp and the Facebook messengers, and then let you share via any supported GIF apps. The other feature mentioned in the keynote was the users could write on the lock screen itself. I think we have seen this before in the Note 7, but they have improvised it in Note 8, allowing them to create reminders or a quick notes without opening apps or even pressing any button on the smartphone. There's also a live translate feature that translates any foreign language text to your smartphone's default language just by hovering the S Pen over it. That's cool feature. It also converts currency in the same way. So Samsung has improvised its off-screen display capabilities. So coming to the fourth point, Bixby. So we have seen Bixby from last few years on a Samsung devices. It's the Samsung version of a Siri and the Google and the Windows version of a Cortana. So this time what Bixby is offering. So this is our fourth point. Just like the Samsung Galaxy S8, the Galaxy Note 8 comes with a dedicated side button to activate Bixby. The inclusion is more useful now, as Samsung this week also started rolling out a Bixby voice support to as many as 200 countries, making it more accessible. The company promises to evolve the assistant and add new features in the very near future. This is what Samsung is claiming about, but I have my finger crossed because I have seen what a Galaxy or a Samsung has done with the S-Voice. So this brings us to our fifth point. DeX gets more capabilities. So DeX is getting common in the Galaxy's flagship phones. This is a dock basically adopts your mobile screen to a bigger display, or you can able to pair it with your computers. So let's see what DeX is offering here this time. DeX has been introduced as a dock for a Samsung Galaxy flagships, essentially useful for using the Note 8 on a big desktop screen. Yes, we all know that. But this time around, with the launch of the Galaxy Note 8, Samsung has expanded the app catalog that expands on the large screen with a DeX Labs. This program now allows a majority of apps to go full screen, which was not the case before. When the Galaxy Note 8 is connected to the docking station, this really makes it useful for users to love to keep all the data on their smartphone, but to have occasionally work on the big screen as well. This is mainly useful for the creative people who want to dock their phone on the docking station and work on the big screen. This is not for my taste, because already Galaxy Note 8 is providing a big screen enough for most of the multitasking, and I use the mobile phones basically when I was not close to my desktop PC. Now this coming us to our sixth point, app pairing. One other feature that caught our attention was app pairing. It essentially allows users to launch two apps together in a multi-window, becoming very common even on the other phones. You can create an app pair in App Edge or on your home screen and launch them together in a split screen mode whenever you prefer. You can make a combination of apps like Chrome, Gmail, YouTube, WhatsApp, or any other of your choice or likings. This is useful for the users who like to use multiple apps while multitasking and are often switching between the two apps to get work done. You can now pair two of your most used apps and simultaneously launch them quickly to get work done easily. My favorite app combination is WhatsApp and YouTube because this is the two apps that I use frequently. And now coming to the 7th point, increase in the RAM. It's obvious that the Galaxy phones are always heavy with its touch-wiz interface, and now the functionality of S Pen and the S Pen features, they have to upgrade to the bigger RAM. So while we have seen the other manufacturers like OnePlus and others are moving to 8 GB of RAM, Samsung was still happy with the 6 GB of RAM on their smartphone. Samsung was happy with the standard 4 GB RAM offering on the Galaxy S8, except for some Asian market where it is really had to introduce a bigger RAM variants to combat competition. Now with the Galaxy Note 8, Samsung is offering 6 GB of RAM. I was disappointed because I was expecting to have at least 8 GB, as Samsung is claiming this phone to be a flagship, allowing the smartphone to really live up to its multimedia and processing capabilities, something that a Galaxy Note series has been known for. Now coming to 8 and the last point, and which is not very important but at the same time very important for some users. Yes, the support for Bluetooth 5. Bluetooth version 5. Yes. Lastly but importantly, Samsung Galaxy Note 8 supports the latest Bluetooth version, Bluetooth 5, bringing in the improvements like the faster speed and longer range. Compared to its predecessor, Bluetooth 5 increases the bandwidth of up to 2 Mbps and up to 8 times better broadcasting messages capacity. Another interesting thing to note is the 2 times faster bandwidth and 4 times better range is applicable when working in the low energy mode too, which is the case with the most accessory devices. This addition will really evaluate the usage of the Bluetooth, like where the Bluetooth are using nowadays, Bluetooth speaker, Bluetooth connecting the smartwatch, and in some devices playing the music to the other devices, transferring files. Something will be easier now onwards with the Bluetooth 5 introduction by Samsung. So that's a wind up for the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 features. If you like the video, share, like, comment, wish whatever you want to do. That's all. Bye.